and welcome back to another edition of On the Plus Side with myself, Sharon D. So good of you to join. Another week has just flown by. This week, I'm so delighted to be joined by another Sharon. I think she'll be this side of me by the time this comes out. And if not, she's this side. Hi, Sharon. How are you?
Hi, Sharon. Thanks for having me on. How are you keeping?
It sounds a bit confusing, the two Sharons. So let's use your brand name. You're from Your Style, Your Story. What's the meaning behind the words Your Style, Your Story? What does that mean?
Okay. I suppose for me, I think our personal style it's how we express ourselves to the world, isn't it? So it's how we show up in the world. And the other thing that's very important to me is everybody has their own story. So for my brand, I suppose it's a mixture of us telling our story, what's going on in our world, what makes us happy, and maybe what makes us a little bit sad. And then we can also express that through our style. So, I mean, there's days that maybe you're a little bit fed up, and maybe you can see that in your style. And maybe things are going really, really well. Maybe you just want to grab people's attention, or maybe you don't want to grab people's attention. But I think that's why I chose the brand name, was just to really emphasize that we have a style, but we also have a story behind us too. It's not just clothes for people.
Yeah, exactly. And I suppose when you say that, it really is because you have your own story. What got you into fashion in the first place? Was it something you've always loved, or did you fall into it, or why?
Yeah, I suppose a mixture of both. I've always loved it. I can always remember loving fashion. I trained as an accountant, so my background is in accounting, and so quite different to fashion. But I have my own business accountancy practice the last 10 years. So I would be giving lots and lots of presentations. And for me, what I wore would just give me that confidence. So I'm a mum. Mornings are hectic, to say the least, and it can be just frantic. And then I'd get the kids to school, and when I put on my clothes, to me it just felt like it just got a little bit of my life back in control. I was back in charge again, and I'd go into work as if there was no chaos, nothing ever happened. And then I suppose realized that, it was really hard to get to the shops. And I spoke with friends of mine, and they said the same. Unless we could get the shops to maybe open at 10 o'clock at night, it was quite difficult. So the boutiques are great because they really help you, with your style, and maybe give different ideas. And they give just that lovely customer service. It's a real experience, isn't it, when you go into a boutique? So I thought, okay, let's create one online. So it can be for us mums that can't get to the shops, but just want that little bit extra more service. Yeah.
So really during lockdown and, shops not being open, your business is carrying on the same way as normal, is it?
Yeah, it is. And I suppose where it's slightly different is just giving some more advice. So there's, lots of people, like you said, with Zoom calls and stuff, and this is all brand new for them. They don't know what to be wearing. And so we're just giving maybe just little bits of advice on just different ideas of what we think would be good to wear as well. And then also one-to-one online style consultations as well, which is great. So just, have a little chat with people. Maybe they want to try something new and they don't know how to. So we're shifting the business slightly as well with COVID.
Yeah. And I think we've all shifted slightly. I mean, On the Plus Side was never done on Zoom before. It was always one-to-one in person.
Yeah.
So I've had to reinvent it and see what would work, and, we have gone on Zoom, some of us for the first time ever. And it does matter because it's such a visual. Did you see, Sharon, that fella that got up and he was naked from the waist down on a conference call? And he's just got the cameras on and he just stood up like at that level. It was so bad. But we're in lockdown and that, but I think we are shifting. We've got used to a routine now. And I think I've been hearing a lot that people have moved on from the PJs and tracksuits every day, especially when you are coming online. I mean, today is my daughter's birthday when we're recording this, not when this will be out. Okay. And we're having a Zoom party tonight. There's Zoom quiz nights, there's work, there's everything. So people are still wearing clothes, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think at the start when everybody was in the PJs, that was just really a novelty, wasn't it? It was, you know, I don't have to get up, I don't have to get dressed, I don't have to sit on the commute. It was a novelty, but really, and I suppose, you know, I talked about this as well at the start. I have worked remotely for 10, 11 years. So a lot of my business was always on Skype calls as well. And I always thought the best thing you can do in the morning is get up and get dressed. It just changes your energy levels. And if by 4 o'clock you're still in pajamas, honestly, what you would have gotten done during that day, it really just isn't what you would normally get done, because you're just, your energy and your mojo is just down. The other thing as well was that I was thinking, okay, maybe not the guy that was naked that stood up, but I thought, you know what, there's our partners are in there as well, and you know, some people are walking past in their fluffy pajamas on the background of their Zoom call, or you knock a cup of tea and you jump up and all of a sudden your colleagues see your Christmas pajamas, you know, no. No. So I've been recommended, you know, just leave your clothes out the night before, pick your clothes the night before, you know, make it exciting, you know, interesting. So in the evenings, some of us, you know, have our little routine, we take our makeup off and we look after our skin, and maybe just add on to that routine, you know, I'm going to pick what I'm wearing tomorrow. We moved from the pajamas then into the tracksuit bottoms, and that's what I saw initially. Lots of people coming to my store and buying, which was like, oh, I don't have a lot of a range of that. So that kind of went quite quickly. But now I think people they're moving, you know, we're not going into suits, but definitely they are moving now out of more casual and just want to get that dressed up a little bit again.
And there is, when you said earlier, your clothes do make a statement. You can tell if somebody, how they're feeling from what they're wearing and the colors they're wearing. Is there
Yeah.
a science behind clothing colors for moods or for energy?
Yeah, there is definitely. I mean, if you even think into interior designers, when they're going in and design the house, they pick different colors for different rooms, don't they, to create a different mood and a different ambience. And your clothes that you wear are just exactly the same. And as I say to people, I mean, you think about, you know, every time you go to the bathroom, you will check yourself in the mirror, Sharon. I mean, let's be honest, we all do it. If we walk past the mirror, we check ourselves in the mirror. And if you're checking yourself and you're seeing a color that kind of lifts you up, it does kind of boost you a little bit. And also with Zoom calls as well, you know, when I'm on different Zoom calls, I love seeing the different colors. I mean, just seeing your dress, Sharon, is cheering me up because it's a nice bright color. So it doesn't only cheer you up, it cheers the person that's on the call with you as well. And different colors do different things. So I suppose yellow, lemon, that's a color that I really love to wear. And I think that just cheers everybody up, doesn't it? If you in yellow, you know, you instantly smile, don't you? You think of sunshine, you know, you think really, okay, this is lovely. And also it's meant to be really good. So if you're problem solving and work, let's say, wearing yellow is meant to actually really help with problem solving and intellect. And, you know, you might just finish work earlier that day because you get through things much quicker. Green is quite calming. So, you know, it obviously reflects nature, and that's why it's used quite a lot in spring. But if you're just feeling so overwhelmed and, you know, there's just too many things on your to-do list, just try maybe wear green for the day, and, you know, it just might just bring you down just a tiny little bit, just calm you down a little bit. And my favorite is pink.
Okay.
So I think when you're just feeling a bit, ugh, you know, and there are days, you know, Sharon, let's be honest, that we're fed up, we're homeschooling, we're stuck in the house, we're stuck looking at the same people, or maybe some of us don't speak to adults. And I think just throw on a bit of pink, any color of pink. It can be really soft shade of pink, or, you know, go really, really crazy. And yeah, I think really just lifts your mood. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and as you say in Zoom calls, like not only am I watching you, but I'm actually watching myself here as well. So I am reflecting back, maybe a bit too much leg, I don't know.
No, no.
The red, the red. Will I cheer you up even more and show you my shoes? Look.
Go on, do. Oh, I love. Now you should just sit there with them like that on the call, Sharon, okay?
Does that make everyone happy now? But no, I do, because to be honest, and I am straight and I talk completely behind the scenes with On the Plus Side. I'm doing recording all day, so I've just come off and had a quick bite to eat, and I threw this on so that I have a different outfit, so you're not watching the same outfit every
Yeah.
day. And I just was feeling a little midday lag, and now I feel vibrant again. And I
That's
think,
it.
yeah, you're right. And then I had to put the shoes on because they're uncomfortable, so they just keep you awake. Not that Sharon isn't enough to keep you awake. My gosh, that sounds terrible. Tell me, are there any trends? Where are we looking forward to in the fashion? Obviously, people at home are still shopping because, you know, you can still run out of clothes if you're at home or you want to change. Does buying a new outfit lift the mood?
I think it does, doesn't it? Because I think it gives you something to look forward to. There was a lady that I spoke to about 2 weeks ago, actually, and she was talking to me. She was actually interviewing me on something different, and you know, we were just kind of talking, and you know, people are obviously worrying because, you know, with jobs and, you know, work, and they think, oh, is it selfish for me to actually buy something for myself? Should I be keeping this money? And I was saying, you know, maybe just get yourself something small. And it's that anticipation of, you know, you've something coming to you. And even that anticipation of having a browse and having a look. And it worked great. And I know plenty of ladies that did it, and they really did. It lifted their mood. And we're talking maybe they spent, you know, 20, 30 euro, Sharon. I'm not saying people go out and spend 100 euro. But it does definitely lift the mood. I just think it's that excitement of having something. And then you've got something different to wear. And then the day is just that little bit different. And I think we can all do with that at the moment.
So Sharon, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You're a style expert, so you should know the answer to this. Capsule wardrobes. What would be your top 3 go-tos for outfits, any occasions, dress up, dress down? What would be the 3 key pieces?
Okay, a blazer. I think a blazer is absolute. I wear blazers in the summer, I wear them in the winter. So I think in the summer at the moment, if you have shorts on and you just put a blazer on, you know, if you're just walking in the evening with your family, it looks brilliant. It makes you feel brilliant. And for down Zoom calls as well, that's what I've been doing when it was a bit cooler. I was just putting blazers on ahead of the Zoom calls, and, you know, I was ready, and then I take the blazer off. Also a long skirt. I had a long skirt on me yesterday, and it was actually from my autumn collection. And I suppose what I stock is, I love to stock something that you can wear any time of the year. You know, I don't want this that I have to change my wardrobe all of the time. So I think a long skirt, because when it's in winter time, I just add tights and boots, and all of a sudden it's, you know, it's really cool looking. And then in the summertime, a pair of sandals, and it's just so lovely to wear. Some people don't like wearing shorts. I'm not a huge fan of shorts. I much prefer a long skirt as well. And my last one would be a white shirt. I think a white shirt just goes great constantly. So when the sun started to come out, I was just putting just a nice white blouse on with a pair of denim jeans, and it can look really, really smart. Again, it's great for the Zoom calls too. And then when it's winter time, I would maybe wear it if I was going to work with pencil skirt or a nice neat pair of trousers. Just tuck it in, put the blazer on over as well, and then I'm ready to go.
Very good. Yeah, no, they sound definitely key pieces. And as you say, like that with blazers, I think I've got like a blue, a red, a white, and a black, and it changes the whole outfit. You could have the same clothes on, but once you change the pop of color, change the shoes. I'm a hound for different color shoes, and then, you know, it really does. Yeah, definitely. Now, one thing, Sharon, I have a confession. Since lockdown, I haven't ironed a piece of clothing. School uniforms, I don't have to. That's the one thing that I'm celebrating, is lunches and school uniforms not having to be ironed. Is there a trend in that? Is there a certain material if you're going traveling, say, and you've got your clothes in a suitcase for any time, or what are the tips around that?
Yeah. Nobody's ironing, Sharon. I think the only people that are ironing are those that love it. Now, I have seen people put up ironing their bed sheets, so I'm guessing they're ironing their clothes. What I would have travelled plenty before COVID, and I suppose what I always used to do was roll my clothes. So I would bring different blouses and, you know, different trousers and different dresses with me, and I would always roll them. I also like to wear a lot of material that is elasticated. So, you know, the trousers that have elasticated going through it, because even if they have any kind of creases, a lot of it is put out by the time I put them on, my body
Okay,
just
yes.
stretches them around, so it saves me having to iron them as well. And then also in terms of shirts that I'd be wearing at the moment, it's like a chiffon kind of effect shirt. And what I do is I wash them, I put them straight onto the hanger, and I just leave them hanging, and any creases just fall out. So it's great, but I haven't touched the yarn in, I don't know,
That's amazing.
2 months.
You're even more of an anti-ironer than I am.
I was, yeah, even before COVID.
Sharon, that's amazing. So I think definitely, as you say, shopping online, it's never been more, I'd say, since the lockdown. It's the shopping experience that people look for. I know you're taking appointments for actual boutique, for styling appointments and things like that, and we'll put links in the bottom of the comments down below. But yeah, it's moved online. It is still an experience, and whether it's to cheer you up or whether it's to invest in a really good staple blazer or a shirt or something like that, I think spoil yourself. I think I'm going to, actually. I'm inspired.
Even just browse. I think even we love that retail therapy, don't we? So even just go on, browse, add some items to your wish list, and you can keep coming back every couple of weeks and tick a couple off. But even that experience, I think, will lift us up.
That's great. Sharon, thanks so much. As I say every week, 15 minutes is just not enough. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please share around, comment below, like, show your support, and that's how we can make On the Plus Side happen to you every week. Sharon, thanks so much for joining us on Ireland's Got Curves. And guys, we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Sharon. It's been brilliant.
Bye.
Bye.